Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time I'm going to explain how do I paint the Zealot from the Blackstone Fortress. So I'm going to go with mainly black and red, and then do other details in other different colors. So I will start with the black, and I recommend, I will use and I will show you in camera how the contrast black Templar works, because I think it's a nice color. I think it helps a lot on doing black, and for this reason I'm going to apply that. I'm also learning with you how to apply all these new contrast paints, but so far I had quite a nice results. So I'm going to apply this on all the parts where I want to go black. So it's going to be mainly all the top part of the body, including the armor plates. Okay, you will see that at the beginning it looks a little bit greyish. You can always do 2 layers. Okay, but now we are going to apply just 1 layer, see how it looks like, and then we decide if we apply a second one. Okay, I know that we are going to have problems there. There's a part of the neck that is very covered, and we might have paint this first. Okay, so okay, let's start. I'm going to first try to put all the colors I want for this miniature, and when I have done that, we are going to start doing highlights and other details. The other thing here is I'm going to go for a very pale skin of him. Okay, so I will use techniques similar to what you have seen in the Urgors, or the ones that are from no Urgos, I forgot the name. The ones that are from also the creatures, the aliens that are in the Blackstone Fortress and are from the Dark Elder. So we call it. What know the name in ghouls? Urguls. No, I don't remember the name. Urguls. Okay. Yeah, too many names. So don't forget this. I will do this arm. I will do it completely, and you can see that the advantage of doing like that is that the detail is visible. It's more visible than if you do it just with solid black. What will help to avoid to cover some, or to make so to facilitate to pick up the detail later on. Okay, you can see this is quite nicely. I don't do the bottom part. I want to keep the red for the bottom part, but here is like a small armor plate here on this side, so we're going to apply this as well on this armor plate. Okay, and each time you do you apply one contrast paint, I recommend to wait, especially if you want to do an area that is adjacent to this one. Okay, let me paint this. I'm just doing this contrast paint because it's quite a different way to apply than a regular paint. It's similar, it's not really like a wash, but it's very close to a wash. Okay, so you want to be sure that you apply this evenly on the full part where you want to apply this. And the only problem you have with this contrast paints is that you need to clean up the zone before doing that. Okay, as you know that this is a protection. Okay, I'm just trying to. I will do also this handing. So I thought it was like a glove, but no, it is an armor plate. It's like an armor plate protection he's having on this side. Yeah, this guy is quite crazy. These Zealot people, they only live to spread fire and the word of the Emperor. Okay. Here we have the black, nicely placed. And now I wait that this device, okay, before doing any further step. Just want to be sure I don't forget here anything. I don't miss any point. At the back of the neck, I think I will leave it like that. Okay, so I wait that this dries and I come back. So this is how it looks like once the black have dried. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the flesh part that is visible in a very limited space, but because I saw that it was visible in the inside, I wanted to leave it done. And here I'm going to use another, how it's called this, another contrast paint. I'm going to use the completely opposite. It's the apothecary white, okay? And we are going to put this on the skin because I want him to be really pale. I want him to look sick. Okay, so I use this white and we put it as well in the neck. Okay. Okay, so we do it here. Try not to put too much because if not it will look too vague. But okay. And now, as before, I wait that this dries. In that case, what we can do is, because it's just a very limited space where we put this gray. I'm going to put a little bit more on the neck. Okay. As this is drying there, I'm going to do the red of the tabard at the bottom. And here I'm going to use a regular paint because I want to go quite dark. So I will start using corn red. Okay. So we go with corn red. We apply it on this piece of cloth. Okay, this one have not too much mystery. We just apply a layer of corn red. So I will be back once this is done. So the red is done, and now I'm going to work on some details that we have here inside. So I'm going to do the belt, and I will use Rhin's hide for that. I like to go for a dark color. Okay, try to. There. You cannot see anything. Then we just use the buckle under. That is going to be quite a tricky part. I will apply this here to make it dark, and that's all. Okay, some parts we are not going to do super high detail, and I will apply the same color on the book cover. Okay, the Games Workshop did this black, but I think brown will give a nice dark brown will work as well. I want to go a little bit different. Okay, we are going to make this. This is like the metal to close. Okay, we have also the corner protectors that we're going to make in brass. Okay, something like that. The back of the book. So remember, this is Reynolds height. Okay, and I realized that I forgot to do the boots and the legs, and we are going to use the same color we use for the black. Okay, we are going to use Templar, the contrast paint Templar, black Templar. We are going to apply this on the legs. Okay, so I realized that I forgot this part. I will do this, the same color. Okay. There, and I go up. Perfect. Okay, we can keep working because this will dry in a different. So I'm going to now paint this thing that is like a attachment that is half running at the front. I'm going to use Ushapti bone. Okay, we are going to do this with Ushapti bone. Okay, and then I don't care if I go a little bit on top of this reliquary because we're going to put the gold later. And it's better that this goes in all the places where I want the Ushapti bone. Okay. Here I realize that this part should, at least partially, should be of this parchment. The smallest wings and ribbons that are maybe holding these things we are going to do later. I forgot here that there is a sigil, okay, of a pretty sigil. So I'm going to apply this as well on the purity seal. Okay, it has a purity seal here. Okay. If you are interested, one is this paint together with the priest. Maybe I will start doing some videos on Blackstone Fortress. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in more content on the Blackstone Fortress. So I'm going to now I will do this chain. This is a chain with at the end scents better. Okay, the chain I will use iron breaker. We are going to use the same iron breaker in any part where we want to have some metallic. Now if I realize that I forgot to do the Ushapti bone on the book pages, so we will need to go back to that. Okay, this doing there. Then we can do other parts. For example, I can do this part here with this metallic, including and then we'll do as well this part the teeth. He has a quite a dangerous flamer, right? So I will apply this on all the parts, and I will apply also some details at the back, but I want this metallic to go, and I come back. Okay, so I have put the metallic on different places, especially on the gun. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the gold on the reliquary and some details, and as well on this type of halo that he has on his having. Okay, so we are going to put it on these two small. This is like a small reliquary there. We have a bigger one here. Okay. We're thinking if I do this part as well, but no. Do this part in red. I think instead of bone color, as Workshop did, I think I will do it in red. Okay, we do this, it sounds better. And I will do the halo, okay, this part. So I finalize this and I'm back. So I have used gone red to do as well this part of the chainsaw, and I went back to gold to do these details on the book, okay? So I did not put this on camera because it was quite straightforward, just to apply the paint in these areas. And now I'm going to use Balthasar gold to do the other parts that I want a look more coppery, more bronze, okay? Yeah, as I always say, they call it Balthasar gold, but this is not gold at all. And this will go in this part, okay? This the part of the flamer. I will do the backpack, all this type of, make a mistake there. I wanted to go too fast and forgot about one. Okay, I will do all these bottles at the back. And I will do as well the mask. Okay, I will do this mask to give this look more gothic. Okay, I want to give this look, this gothic look on this guy, and I think doing this on metallic will look more gothic, a little bit steampunk as well. Okay, so I will do that. And again, this is not using any special technique, just applying the colors to be ready for the next steps when we are going to do the highlights. Okay, I'm going to this thinner brush. I'm going to do this, and I do this part as well. Okay, this. You can see how nice the white we have applied before on the skin looks like. Okay, I really like it. Maybe it's one of my favorite contest paints. It's the new white contest paint. Okay, I do this on all the parts that I mentioned before. We are going to do as well this internal part. Okay, you will see now it's not looking that nice. But once we start doing the shading and highlight, everything will make sense. Okay. I'm doing more and more this. I like to apply the base colors and then from there start doing the highlights and so on. Okay, because in that way I can visualize how the miniature will look like at the end. Okay, I apply Balthasar gold and I'm back. So to do this thing here, I will use Tire sun. Okay. It will give like a old rubber, old caoutchouc look. A little bit yellowish. But I like this look for this type of pipes and tubes. Okay, I will do this and then I will do this part as well. I realized I forgot there a metallic part that I will do again with Balthasar Gold. This small bottle there. Okay. So I will do this bottle in Balthasar Gold and we are going to be ready for the next step. That is going to be start doing some additional shading. Okay, once we are at this stage where we have more or less put all the base colors, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to start applying some washes, and the first wash I'm going to apply is Noon Oil, and I will apply this on all the metallics, all the iron metallics, okay, or silver metallics, and on the black, and I think I will also do it on the cloth. Okay, so on the black we are going to apply this to give a darker tone. At the end I just put one layer of Black Templar. Okay, and now we are going to use a layer of Noon Oil to give additional shading to this, to make it look darker. Okay, I will say that this contrast paint will help a lot the people that wants to do metallics blacks. So here I will apply it as well on the weapon. I will not apply it on this cooperish part, but definitely I will do it on the red and all the other metallic parts to give a darker tonality, to kill a little bit the brightness of the metal we have applied. I will put it as well here around this weapon, okay, to give a darker color on this burner. And as I said, I will try to avoid the cooperish part. I'm not too worried if I go a little bit on top of the cooper part. It's not going to be the end of the wall, but I try to avoid as well this tubing that we have there, this type of what's it, goose. Okay, so I'm going to apply this, and we are going to do as well the red part, but be careful not to go into the bone type of parchment that he has. Okay, as well we do the legs. So I'm going to apply this on the book as well, trying to avoid the inside of the book. This will give us a direction where we will have the shades, and from there we can do that later on the highlights. Okay, so I apply that, and then we wait that this dries completely before doing the next step. Okay, next I'm going to use Agate air shade. Okay, I have to pick a new one because I just finished my air shade. I'm going to use Agate air shade on the cooperish part. Okay, so that means to take a bigger brush. This means on this type of bottles. Okay, I will do it very important on the mask. This is what I'm doing this now, because I want to be sure that I have this done for doing the face. I want to start doing the detail, but first I need to ensure that I have the Ibex air shade applied here. I want it as well there. Put a little bit more on the unit. Now we are going to do the rest of the cooperish parts. Okay, no need to do it on the red because we already put Dawn oil, but I will apply it on this thing. And this thing I will and we can also put a little bit on these metallics, okay, to make the look of dirty. I use weapon, right, because you want to give this look of smoky, this fire here, this will be smoke, will get a little bit dirty by the smoke particles and ashes and all these type of things. Okay, let's be sure that we have the bottles well done. I will put it as well here, although I have forgotten to before, yes, because it also helps to give contrast with the aroma. Okay. Okay, now I wait again that this dries and I come back for the next step. Okay, this is how it looks like after applying the two washes. And now we are going to work on the face, right? We are going to make the eyes and some highlights. I will not increase the shading, I want to leave it, really to leave this guy very pale. But first we do the eyes. For the eyes, first I will use, we can use Chaos Black first. We are going to apply a little bit of Chaos Black on the eyes, in the eyes, right? Something like that. Do it here. These are quite okay. Add a little bit more here. Okay, it's good. We have to wait that it's drying a little bit. So in the meantime, I will use white. This is going to be the next color I need for the eyes as well. But with the white, while this is drying, I will start highlighting as well the skin. Okay, I want the skin to be, as I said, very pale. So I'm going to apply white on the top of his head. Okay, I'm doing that while, because I'm waiting that the okay, now I'm going to do the eyes. What we want to do now is to apply white, leaving the black around. Okay, this is good. This is more or less good, not that as good as before. this can be quite tricky. So next, it was not good because I covered too much the black. So I took black and I want to I do it like that. Okay, and now the intention is to do a vertical line. Okay, this has not worked very well. This is better. Okay, you want to do what I did here. Here I need to apply white again, and I will repeat it. Now it's good. Now we clean around. So use white. We are going to do the highlights we need. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm going to highlight the mask. Okay, and to do that, I will use hazelnut copper. Now I will start working by zones and trying to focus in one zone at a time. So first I use hazelnut copper here. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of Sycorax bronze. Okay, Sycorax bronze. And later on we are going to do again a wash. Okay, this is enough. Let's work more on the armor. For doing that, I need to did the patchment of the sigil, sorry, of the purity seal, sorry. So I'm going to use Dodgen Steeler, Shireus Purple. I was thinking to use directly the mouse, but not. I will use the Shireus Purple here. Okay, to do the, I prefer to go purple for this, dark purple for the purity seal instead of red. Okay, purity seal there. And we are going to start highlighting the black. Okay, to do that, I will highlight this guy with grays, but I think I will use. I think if I use more the Fenrisian type of grays, so you can start with Dark Reaper. Yeah, I will use Dark Reaper. Okay. We are going to do edge highlight with this color. Oops, sorry. I'm going to play this. So I will do that. I'm going to show you how it looks like when I have done the full armor. Okay, next I'm going to use Rust Gray to do a second highlight. Okay, here we have this item here. Okay, what we want to do now is to accentuate some of the highlights that we have already done. Okay, we go especially on these parts. And we accentuate them. Them here. From the emboss eagle or aquila, I have to say. Okay, we try to be subtle, not too much. And just looking for these points of the armor that are more exposed. Okay, here on the cloth, this is the tricky part. direction. Don't forget the boots. Okay, I will finalize the black and I'm back. Okay, this is how it looks like after doing the second highlight. At this moment I will leave it like that. I want to go lighter. And now I'm using this one Stormhorse Silver to do the small rivets he has on this type of gloves. Okay. This is going to be quite tricky to do. They're really tiny small rivets. Okay. I just touch them with the brush a little bit horizontal. And yeah, there you go. I will only do the gloves. The ones on the armor I highlighted with the Vision Gray. Okay, so I do the rest of the rivets and I'm back. Okay, next I'm going to use Shapti bone on this piece of cloth that is here. Okay. I will put okay. This is done. This at the end, the rivets I had to use the magnifier glass to be able to do it. So my side, especially when you have put blank, it's not that easy. So have limitations my side. I'm going to use now Seraphim Sepia. Okay, so we use a wash now. We use it on all the bone parts. So this includes the parchment, this here. Okay, this will help to create some shading for this type of text. We will go as well over the gold. Okay, at this stage, instead of using, normally use more, I like to use more reckless fish rate, but as I'm doing this for the parchments, we can use as well Seraphim Sepia on the gold. Okay, like that. And now I need to do the purity seal. Good. Let's see. The book pages, will apply it. Okay, and then this thing, that now it should be the way, shape the one that we have applied here. Good. I forgot this incense bearer. Okay. And we can start working on the red. We don't need here to wait too much. So I will take corn red again. Corn red Evil Zan's Scarlet. So Evil Zan's Scarlet and corn red. We will first apply corn red. Okay, so we are going to clean it from the wash and do these wrinkles or folds on the cloth. We are preparing a group to play Blackstone Fortress. Let's see if I have the chance to go with one game at least. Okay, you see here. Highlight on the one we have done all the cloth around. I will also do at this point this combi weapon. So we'll focus here on the top. Side is not needed. And we'll do as well the edge at the bottom. And when we have these damages or dents, so like that. Okay, now I will take the Evil Sun Scarlet. This has a little bit of orange tonality. And we apply it on the fold as well. So we do a second highlight. We try to be smooth. Here we go. Okay. Try to keep it smooth, nice. And we do all the highlights. Okay, so I will do the rest of the cloth like that. Here on the side I was forgetting. So on the chainsaw. So what we do is we do like that. On where we have the damages. Now we do here like that. And I will do as well this thing. Okay, so I finished the cloth and I'm back. Okay, this is how it looks like now. Okay, next step, I'm going to do the flames. Okay, it's almost one of the last points. And to do the flames, I will start by applying Dawn's Yellow. Okay, and from there we will start doing opposite of what we do with any highlight. So I will do the big flames on here, and you can assume that the back flames are going to be done in the same way. So we have to paint here inside. Okay, I want to give the glowing. I will try not to go into the grid. Okay, because we already have put the wash and everything, so it's nice if you can keep it. But if it's easier for you, you can leave the grid to do the grid once the flame is done. Okay. So always do it in the order that is more comfortable for you. To be fair, we are going to focus more on the top part. And the idea here is you go from very bright at the base of the flame to darker at the part that is more exposed. Here it goes over the grid, and yeah, if you paint a little bit the grid, is not a problem, right? Because the grid is going to be reflecting the orange and the yellow of the flames. So I try to avoid that there is dark colors. This is the thing I try to avoid the most. Okay, you don't want, except the ones that are completely covering the flames, and here I went a little bit on the grid, so it's okay. Go a little bit on the grid is not a big deal. We are going to do part of the grid. The grid can also be orange because it's overheated by the flame, or can be orange because it's reflecting the flames, right? Because at the end the metal, it's reflecting a lot the lights, the sources of light that are around. Okay, so something like that. Let's put here. Okay, let's do this, and I was forgetting this part here. Okay, so I want to have a good base where to start painting. Okay, of course here the flame will go over the grid and will not be any part of it. So I leave my color here, and I will jump directly into orange. I want to give this flames orange look. Okay, so I will jump into orange, and I will let it mix with the yellow, so it will help me to see, to make the orange more yellowish. Okay, we'll do like that. I will put it as well here in the inside. Okay, we are going to apply this on all the flames. You can see my orange is becoming a little bit pastel, because the yellow I use have a little bit of pastel tonality. Don't worry, we are going to solve this. Okay, this is just to give, and although I paint everything with the previous yellow, you can see that now I'm covering everything with orange. I will insist a little bit more of orange here on the top to have more orange, and I go down. Again, if you have seen my wet blending video, I'm using a little bit the same technique here. Okay, I'm trying to mix the color directly on the miniature, so to have easier transitions, or softer transitions, I want to say. Okay, I will do as well here in the home. Okay, and I will plug into it here. Okay, let's keep putting. Now we go to a darker orange. So I will take now Wild Rider red, this is almost a red, and this is going to mix with all this orange we have applied. It will go lighter. Okay, again we start from the top, we go down. Okay, okay, take the previous orange and I go over. orange and we go over. Okay. I'm going to go brighter here with the orange. Now I will start using a little bit of yellow. I will go to flash with yellow to add brightness. Okay, so we will not use anymore the dawn yellow. The dawn yellow is a good base, but then you want to go brighter. Okay, you want to eliminate. So I'm going to apply dawn yellow here, here. I'm going to put it in the side. It's important that the inside of these burners we have a very bright color. Okay, and now we take orange, we add orange here, we take the Wild Rider red. I will not go darker than, you can use a little bit of brown at the end if you want to simulate the smoke that is already forming on the top, but I will not use it. You can see how the flame is looking like right now. Okay, I was forgetting as well. Don't forget any part. Okay, and now I will use darker orange as well here. And we can add yellow from the bottom to the I'm not trying to follow the sculpt of the flame. I think the important is to have brighter at the bottom, okay, and darker at the top. And try to make it smooth, the transition. I put water by mistake. I will remove the water. Let me just remove the water. Then take paint. You do it like that. Now orange. Okay, and then you want really then to blend. Together in one. So to make add a little bit of yellow at the bottom to increase the brightness. And now I add a little bit of orange because although I want it bright, I also I don't want to go too yellow, right? And at the end, if you have the fire is not uniform, so it will have parts darker. It's quite a chaotic thing, right? It's quite a. You can add some dark parts at the bottom. Okay. We'll add a little bit of orange there as well. And I have the yellow will go much lighter than the orange. And I want to avoid to have pure yellow, right? So I want to have more like at least not this super flashy yellow. I want to have something that is more orangey, more amber. Okay. And the grid is okay if you go over the grid. The flames will we'll go over the width. Now if you want to do, so we are going to take now a darker brown, can take, yeah, we'll take Rhenus height, okay, so a super dark brown. And what you want to do is you add a little bit at the tip at the top, and you mix it, so you like just to give a darker tone at the end where the smoke may start. It's up to everybody. You can also use even purples to do that. Okay, put this brown. Now I go with the orange, and I will soft. Not with the orange, with the reddish color. I will. I was using red at the beginning. I don't think red is the right way to go. I think red, it's giving a red color that is not what it's not going to make sense. I think fire is not reaching this super bright blood red, right? In any case, we'll reach more brown color where the smoke will start. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of orange. No. Orange. And I think I will leave it like that. Okay. We'll add just a little bit of brown at the tip. And that's all. So I will leave it like that. We can add, if you want, a little bit of yellow here to make it brighter. You can add a little bit of no here and there, a little bit of, just very little. I like more how this side was just looking like in the front, but I think this is okay. Okay, I will do now the other flame, and I will be back. Okay, this is how the fire looks like now. Okay, both the top and the one on the weapon, and we are going to finalize with the details. So I'm going to take now the Bayat bark. I'm going to do the strings that are holding the reliquaries. Right. So I'm using this bark. Sorry if it's difficult to see, but it's here inside of the miniature. So the different things that are holding the reliquaries, and just put in. Okay. And with the same color, we are going to do the text here. Okay. Text on this. So what I do is I'm doing, don't do lines, I'm just doing this type of random patterns. Here it's difficult, and then I will do it just in this position. Okay, Now we will take a little bit of Ushapti bone and I will frame. With Ushapti bone I will just add some highlight at the little bit of edge highlighting on this parchment. Okay. Yeah, now I will do it a little bit there, not too much, and I will do this thing that we have done before. Here and here. Okay. Remember that we have done the Purity Seal in purple. Now I'm going to use Gen Stealer purple. Okay, this one. And I'm going to do some highlight to make it pop up a little bit. Okay, something like that. This Purity Seal I will not do text, just to hide them. It makes no sense. But you can do the same. You can do the same that we have done in the front parchment. Okay. And now, yeah, almost all this is. I'm going to do a little bit of weathering on the book. So I'm going to use Morphan Brown. Okay. And I will use it almost like a glaze, so we want to take it quite thin. And I'm going to add a little bit on the book, like that. And then we will do as well this part here. Okay. And now it's time to do a little bit of highlight. I will use Sycorax bronze. Okay. This color have a very strange physics. Gets like jelly after time. I'm going to add just a little bit. It's too much. Okay, I will try to put a little bit of bourgeois here. The intention is to add a little bit of brightness to this. I will not use, in that case, I know that we tend to use here we have the color, it's really okay. We'll do it like that. I will apply it on the pipes like that. Okay. Something like that. And now the last thing that we can do is try to put a little bit of orange out of the fire, right? So we take, I will use not rather red, we'll use a darker orange. I will use tallest layer orange. We want it to thin down a lot. And we're going to apply this, especially where we have the black. We try to apply a little bit of orange just to give a little bit of the, so for example here we can apply it as well, just to have like the reflection of the flame. Okay, something like that. We can do the same here. Okay, something like that. Here we want to do like the highlight, but with the orange color. I will not do it on the head, because the head will be brighter, but will not be orangey. Okay, we can do it a little bit on the gold for this at this back. Okay, just to give the sensation of the orange reflecting. A little bit more here, and that's all. And with that, I will give the miniature done. I think it's have a nice finishing. I think it's more than enough for the tabletop. Just put a little bit more of orange there, and I think it will give here a nice sensation of the glow of the flame in this area, as well here at the top, and then we have the darker colors for the rest, the book, and so on. So that's all. That's the tutorial on how to do the Zealot for from the Blackstone Fortress. It's a miniature that is, I find it very nice to paint. I really like it. Yeah, the only thing I was thinking, if I'm going to put a little bit orange on the base, I will check. Okay, but I think for that it's done. Okay, so yeah, please leave in the comments below. Let me know what do you think about the paint job. Give a like if you have liked this video. Yeah, you also can support me in Patreon or with my merchandise. And that's all for now. As usual, just a big thank you for watching this video, and see you again later. Bye.